Yeah, it's interesting when you say stack boxes because you're right. But we also run different formations than most teams. I mean, we're in a stacked formation, if you could call it that. I mean, our wideouts are involved now. I mean, they're right there to handle a stack box. You know, a lot of times you don't see some of the spacing, which is kind of natural in our offense, and which does make the passing game a little bit more difficult. It actually makes it better once our guys figure it all out. There's the same amount of space out there no matter how we line up, right? Lining up a little bit tighter does help our run game. It helps our receivers get involved in those stack boxes, and those corners are going to have to be ready to make some tackles, you know, because of some of the stuff our receivers have been able to do. It also changes. It's not a normal spread passing game, so the throws are a little different. Sometimes visually it looks a little different for the quarterback. They just got to get comfortable with it because there's the same amount of space regardless. And in some cases, being in a condensed set can help because the defense is not used to having a corner that's tilted at a 45. He normally uses the sideline for help, but the sideline's 20 yards away. So when we turn out, you got to go guard us for 20 more yards, you know? So there's definitely some things that help. Now, we haven't been taking advantage of a ton of those things yet. But the run game, our sets have really, obviously our O-line and our tight ends have done a phenomenal job. Our assistants, you know, have done George and Bud and Abdul and Liddell. They've done an unbelievable job of helping each guy grow and get better, but we've been doing a good job blocking, but by our sets, we have some things that naturally make it a little bit easier. It's never easy, but it makes it easier.
Last two, Jack and then Matt.
Hi Tim, Jack Leader with KCRG. Pardon me for dancing around the same question that John and Doc asked, but when it comes
Third
to
time's a charm.
when it comes to balance between the run and pass game, are you satisfied with your play calling balance through the first 4 games? And how do you kind of, as an offensive coordinator, work around the chicken and egg problem of you want to be able to run the ball, like you said in the preseason, to establish the pass, but also you want to prove that you can pass the ball to maybe take a linebacker or a safety out of the box?
Yeah. Well, by alignment, they're probably going to be in the box anyway, number one. But two, you know, the hardest thing I think is I've been very happy with our exploratory. Like we have a script, right? Everyone starts the game with a script. My script got a little bit out of control last week. It had 15 plays on it. People think you just roll through those first 15 plays. That's not how it works because there's not third down calls on there. So you go first, second, and then you got to go to third down. And then you go to first, second, and then you go to third down. And then you get in the red zone and you flip the whole sheet over, and you're not even on that original list. So, I mean, it took the whole first half for me to get through our openers, that's really the exploratory point of how are they going to. I have all kinds of things built in there, from play pass to drop back to formations to different shifts and motions, and I gotta shorten that a little bit, I think, just so I can get to because we've been really good in the second half. Once we figure out how they're playing it and what they're doing, we've been able to pin our ears back and be a much more efficient offense. So I do think early on I kind of like where we've been at because I have a lot of control over it. And then after that, I'm calling what's working at that point. You know, and if nothing's working, I'm going to keep spraying the infield and try to find something that we can get an advantage on. But early on, I'm definitely very, very important. I try to be 50-50. You know, and then once you have confidence and you see what's working and how the game's playing out, I never really look at run pass at the end. Just early on, I'd love to be a 50-50 if everything's cooking. You know, but in the meantime, you got to have that team that can do everything really efficiently. But we're trying to build on our play pass game, our movement game, our drop back game, and hopefully that's only going to make our run game better, right?
Last question, Matt.
Hey Tim, Matt McGowan with the Daily Island. So Luke Lachey, second week you say on the team. What do you think of him as he's made his way back from injury, and what do you envision his role on this team as well as the other?
Yeah, just keep expanding it, right? You know, I thought we had actually some good things. We didn't bear fruit in week 2 for him down in the red zone where we got him in some good situations and we didn't throw accurate footballs to him. You know, where he could make. You know, he's so good at making competitive catches, and I got to do a better job of continuing. I mean, he's still top. I mean, he's in every progression. He's always 1 or 2. I guess sometimes he's 3, but he's normally 1 or 2. I think the biggest thing is he's getting into shape. Coming back from a major injury, you know, we played him slowly. We're slowly giving him more reps in practice. He's getting his wind back so he can play longer. We rotated a lot early on it's a long season, and he's one of our most important players on our football team and one of our best leaders. And so, you know, he's just gonna, his role's gonna continue to grow. He's getting more and more comfortable within the offense. And we have to continue to find ways to get him the ball, you know, naturally and some by design as well. So, but I'm happy with what he's doing, and he's he's really blocking well right now. I mean, he's doing a great job. It's been fun to watch him. You know, I don't know any of these guys, so I didn't get to see him in the spring either. So he's coming back from injury, and I'm seeing him block for the first time, and it was okay. And you know, but he's really moving people right now. So that's going to give him a lot more opportunity when it does come to play pass and boot. You know, when he's a force in the run game. So it'll be fun to watch him continue to grow in the offense.